Today, we are taking a look back at the humble fox. Why? Because you guys love this thing. Foxes are so adorable and so fun, so we're gonna cover every little detail that I can drudge up. We've covered fox videos in the past, but this should have every specialty, everything that's cool, everything that's different about the fox. So here we are inside of Minecraft, and look at that. Naturally spawned foxes lining up all in a row. They're not actually natural. To start things off, we're gonna go through a rapid fire round of facts. There are 4 varieties of fox. A red fox that happens to be an adult fox. A red fox that happens to be a baby fox, so cute. A white fox that happens to be an adult fox. Stop sleeping, we got a video to make. A white fox that happens to be a baby fox. Oh my gosh, he's so hard to record, he's so fast. Hi, look at me. Foxes can be found in these biomes: Taiga, Snowy Taiga, and technically Giant Tree Taiga as well. These have giant taiga trees, and they have the mossy cobblestone. That's how you know it's giant tree taiga. Foxes have 20 health points, and that equals 10 hearts. So each point is half of a heart because you go down by half a heart. But if you have strength 255, then they die immediately whenever you punch them. That's just a fact. Foxes are nocturnal. So when it is day outside, they will sleep. And when it is midnight, they wake up. Or any time it doesn't have to be just midnight, but at night, they wake up. So sleep during the day, wake up during the night. It's basically me, basically. Whenever you kill a fox, they actually don't drop anything. Unlike plenty of other mobs, like if you happen to kill a zombie, it might drop some rotten flesh, or a cat will drop string. Foxes don't actually have a single item that they drop, other than experience. There is a technicality to this rule, and that is that some foxes, when they spawn, will have something in their mouth. Like this guy has a feather right here. So when you kill him, he'll drop what he is holding. Speaking of spawning things in, when they spawn in, they have something in their mouth. Wow, I need to talk better. Speaking of summoning in foxes and having stuff be in their mouth, when a fox spawns, if it happens to be an adult fox, then it has a 20% chance of having something in its mouth. Out of that 20% chance, there are 7 items that they may be holding. So we've seen a few feathers, just saw some wheat earlier. That guy has some leather. So here is how it breaks down. The most valuable of these items is an emerald, but there is only a 5% chance of an emerald spawning on Bedrock and on Java Edition. Next, the most valuable thing would be a rabbit's foot, which, yes, that is a rabbit's foot right there. And this can be used in brewing. That has a 10% chance on both Java and Bedrock Edition. Next is a little bit of rabbit's hide. That's what that is right there. The hide of a rabbit, and the chance of that is also 10% on Java and Bedrock editions. Next is an egg. So that is a chicken egg in his mouth, and the chance of that spawning is different based off of which game. In the Java edition, there is a 15% chance that it is an egg, and then on the Bedrock edition, there is a 20% chance that it is an egg. Next is wheat. Wheat. He's gonna make some bread with that thing he's holding. On both Java and Bedrock Edition, there is a 20% chance that he'll be holding, or she will be holding, wheat. Next is leather from a cow, I guess. Did you kill a cow all by yourself? Holy moly, that's terrifying to think of. That is a 20% chance on both editions of the game. And finally is the feather. That fox definitely killed a chicken for that feather. You murderer. You animal murderer. Well, there is a 20% chance that the fox has a feather on the Java edition, and only a 15% chance on the Bedrock. Foxes will attack chickens And here they go. Rabbits! Baby turtles, as long as they are on land. Oh my god, that poor baby turtle. Cod! Salmon! And tropical fish, if they're in water. Oh, actually, I guess not if they're out of water, too. Look at them. Oh my gosh. They're like fish on land. And there's one more thing that foxes will attack, and it's a little bit of a technicality, but if you happen to get a fox to trust you by breeding to adult foxes, which we'll cover in a little bit, then whatever mob attacks the player, then the fox will hate that mob and attack that mob. If given the choice between land creatures and sea creatures, a red fox will choose land creatures. Well, what? Hey, we had a script, and you went off script. Choose the land creatures. There he goes. Oh my gosh, finally. Holy moly, that took a little bit of time. But if a white fox or snow fox is given the same choice, let's just see how long. I'm just going to go into game mode, spectator. He will go for the water creatures first. So red foxes will aim for land creatures first, and then white foxes will aim for these water creatures first, which I think is a super interesting detail. Foxes do have enemies, and they are two of them. One is a wolf, and as you can see, he gets super mad, runs after the foxes. Not a good day for the foxes. Foxes do happen to be faster than the wolf, so they can run away as long as he doesn't outsmart them. The other natural enemy is the polar bear, who will sneak up on foxes and attack them, which is really sad. I mean, come on. Y'all live in the same biome some of the time. I mean, maybe that's why you're mad, because they can also be in just the taiga biome, and you're stuck in the cold biomes. I'm in survival mode, and as you can see, the foxes will flee from me in survival mode whenever I try to get close. But foxes will not flee from me if I'm just a little bit sneakier. And there's a turtle there, and I just sneak up on a fox. So if you have to breed foxes, which we're about ready to get to, then you should sneak up on the foxes, because then they will not run away. And the moment I unshift, hi foxes, I love you. Breeding two foxes is fairly simple. Just sneak up to a fox and feed it sweet berries. That is sort of the ingredient that they need in order to breed. And you can even do this while they're sleeping. So he's taking a little nap and he just munches straight on those berries. Then when the two foxes get close to each other, they will be in love mode and produce a baby. And what you can kind of do is do what I'm doing here and get those foxes closer to each other. I'm failing. I'm very much failing at this, but you could get them closer to each other by running at them, or if you just happen to find them during the day, they'll probably be asleep, and you can just sneak up on them and feed two of them that are really close to each other. 1 and 2, make a baby. So this offspring will trust the player, so they will be basically a tamed fox, as tamed as you can get with a fox. They will attack mobs that attack the player, and they will not run away like their parents will whenever you come by if you're not sneaking. Obviously, if you're sneaking, then they're not going to run away. That is as close as you get to a tamed fox. Now, when they are still babies, they're going to be attached to their parents. And that's just kind of what all babies do, is they attach to the nearest adult. And so if the adult runs off, then the baby may follow and run after them as well. So it gives the impression early on that the baby is also not tamed and scared of you, but truly they are. I'm being very, very sneaky, and I'm going to trap these foxes in some sweet berry bushes, and it's going to slow them down. They're not going to be able to get out. and they're going to be so upset. Well, psych. Berry bushes, sweet berry bushes don't affect the foxes at all. They won't be hurt from the berry bushes like the player will. And if you step into a berry bush, you get slowed down quite a lot as the player, and that doesn't affect the foxes at all. It's like their natural play toy is the sweet berry bush. This fox here is in a 2 deep hole, and the chicken is on the other side of this wall. Foxes have the very unique ability to jump to get to the prey that they are seeking. Foxes have the very unique ability to jump for their prey. So sometimes you'll see a fox take a wild leap to attack a creature. And sometimes this can be done to jump over walls or fences in order to get to the creature, which is super duper, like, look at that. Oh my gosh, look at them go. That's amazing. If a snow fox does the same technique, sometimes they can get their heads stuck in the snow, which is like the most adorable thing you've ever seen. I think when they're like super into killing this chicken, I don't think he's gonna do it. There he goes. There he goes. His head got stuck. This guy, I've killed all the other foxes except for this guy. He's kind of been our jumper. You gotta jump for it, man. I'm not gonna just let you just running right up to that chicken. Come on. No, that was the worst jump I've ever seen. There he goes. Oh, oh, nice. Oh, he jumped. I feel like it's like when he jumps and he misses. That's mostly when he gets his head stuck. Is if he attempts a jump and then fails at actually hitting something, then that is when his head gets stuck in the snow. Now, I already mentioned that foxes are nocturnal, but there is some pretty cool trivia when it comes to this, and that is that the fox is actually one of only 5 mobs, including the fox, that will sleep at all. And the other mobs are the player, which almost doesn't count, and the fox itself almost doesn't count. So there's really only 3 other mobs that will fall asleep. That is the villager, the cat, and the bat. So mobs that fall asleep are actually pretty rare in Minecraft. And if I do say so myself, they're super adorable falling asleep. This to me is super interesting, and that is that foxes will not fall asleep if they are within 12 blocks of an armor stand. The armor stand itself spooks out foxes, and they will immediately wake up. Let me see if there's any other foxes in the area. Here's one. You having a good sleep? Armor stand. That's right. Wake up. Armor stand. Foxes are affected by any of the statuses that food, like when they eat the food that it would give them. So I just gave this fox a poisonous potato. I set the time to night, so hopefully he will wake up and maybe munch on that poisonous potato. There he goes. Oh no! It was poisonous, my friend! I've murdered you. But this is true for all things that can be consumed, including this chorus fruit, and that will mean that once this fox eats it, it will teleport away. There he goes. He's eating it. Magical fox. And my favorite thing when it comes to all of this eating and holding stuff and whatnot and how it actually affects the fox is that if you give a fox a totem of undying and then the fox dies while holding it, oh, come back here, fox. You're not making my job any easier. They will activate the totem of undying and not die. So that fox has the resistance effect and all the regeneration stuff that a normal totem of undying has. You are no match for my magical fist, though. One thing that I think is very clever, though, is that foxes are attracted to villages. So when it's nighttime and they roam around because they're nocturnal, they'll actually head into a village. And in the new villages, they do have sometimes stalls with things like chickens inside of them. And, oh man, here's a stall, but it doesn't have any chickens. So the foxes will sort of ravage the village, which I think is super duper cute and really unique. There you have it. There are all my fox facts. Say that 5 times fast. Fox facts. 5 fox facts fast. It's a frenzy. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching this episode of OMG Craft. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a big old thumbs up. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel for future videos, tips, tricks, tutorials, and spotlights here on OMG Craft. See you next time. Bye!